Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my home here in Santa Monica, California. And welcome to my quarterly series that I love putting out on my channel, my Summer 2019 Plant Tour, where I go ahead and break down my collection in 4 parts. So welcome to part 2 of 4. So I went over everything that is currently living in the front of my home. In today's video, I wanted to bring you into my bathroom and share with you the progress of what's going on in my bathroom, what's living in my bathroom, how I'm styling my plants. Watch my last plant tour on my channel, my spring 2019 plant tour. You've seen all the updates that I did for the bathroom and how I'm styling plants. So none of that has changed. I didn't add anything or change anything in the way how I'm styling plants. But there has been a handful of new plants that have recently come into my collection or moved into the bathroom, and I want to go ahead and share with you how they're doing and what's living in my bathroom. For the most part, all of the plant babies that are living in my bathroom are in my bathroom because they are finicky plant babies and they love the humidity and the diffuse lighting that is coming from my bathroom. So I have great lighting in here, and I want to talk about everything that is living from the outside of my bathroom, and then we'll end with everything living on my shelf. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned because at the end of the video I'm going to be doing another giveaway. All my giveaways for the 4-part series is pretty much kind of the same but different, but I wanted to go ahead and do another giveaway for my plant tours as well as celebrating my birthday month for the month of August. Stay tuned. At the end of the video I'll go ahead and break down the details and how you can go ahead and enter. So here's a quick little overview of what the space looks like before I hop into the frame and talk about all of the babies currently living in my bathroom. I still have hanging plants on my door. The setup is pretty much the same from my spring 2019 plant tour, just maybe several different babies got switched out. I still have my thrifted plant shelf and my hanging baskets. So lots of things going on all sides of my toilet. Here is the current vibe of my plant shelf. So all of them are doing really good. And I love how I'm able to house so many babies. I love the plant shelf. So this plant shelf has been a really great addition to my space. Ever since I've had it in my bathroom, I'm able to house more plant babies in here. And every plant in here is doing really good. If you watch my bathroom plant tour for the spring 2019, you know I talked about the door hook hangers. I love those to style plants on my door to maximize my space and have more plants in my home. I don't really like drilling holes in my wall or ceiling. So I have my string of hearts, which is in the front section there, which I got from Las Vegas. That's my second string of hearts. It's doing really good. It likes living in the hallway. I believe I got this Monstera Adansonii from my Los Angeles flea market. I get a bunch of babies from there. Love doing come with me's to flea markets and farmers markets. This is the current setup of my Monstera Adansonii. Now I love the trailing effect of seeing the Monstera like this. Stay tuned in the future. I'll go ahead and stake up this plant and it'll be a very fun project for me to do for the channel, but for now it's been living like this and doing good. This is my original Monstera Adansonii. I love this, one of my favorite top 10 plants. Next to it is another favorite top 10 plants of mine. This is my original lavender Tradescantia. I love this one. You'll also see the fallouts growing in a whole separate plant. I did a split on this with Catherine from a nursery we went to in Canoga Park. So it's living in a white nursery plastic planter with a macrame setup. Silver satin pothos, my Scindapsus pixis, is living in a terracotta planter, but I think I talked about this on my channel previously that I do want to put it in a different planter because I feel like with the terracotta planter I'm constantly having to water it more than I want to. So I think it'll do better in a different planter and then probably staked up. I don't know. I love seeing my Scindapsus pixis trailing, but I can always go ahead and put it on a pole and have it grow upwards. But for now it's living here. Do I really want a big chunky terracotta planter against my door? No, but this is what's living here for now. One plant in front of my door, and this is my original Dracaena. I've had this in my collection for over 3 years. Originally got it from Las Vegas. This is a really cool planter that I got probably from TJ Maxx Las Vegas. I love the terracotta and white. And this is doing really good. It's been living in my bathroom its entire plant life. So far so good. And I want to say that it loves the humidity. So I think out of all of my Dracaenas, this might be one of the very few original Dracaenas that did really good on me. One plant living right on the front of my bathroom door. There was another rare philodendron that was living on the floor next to it, but I moved it outside in the patio because it's getting really big. I'm gonna have to repot it, so you'll see it in the future. So in this section of my bathroom, you have my beautiful Chinese money plant, and this is doing really good. I actually did not like living, I think, in my patio. All of the leaves kind of looked a little sad, some fell off. Ever since I put it in the bathroom, it grew back all its leaves. It's doing really good. Back here, I just have one of my Palea Peppermiotes babies that I have in a Leica ball setup. So far so good. I should actually turn it this way so it can rotate and get more sunlight that way. In this corner here, I have a lucky bamboo that my grandma and I got from downtown LA, Chinatown. And my grandma has it just in an owl. Actually, this is a measuring cup, believe it or not. And I love seeing the lucky bamboo in that owl planter. And then I'll go ahead and bring out what's living in this corner. And this is all of my Marymount moss balls. So I have a bunch of them and they're living in a big mansion. I love having this two-tier setup, and this was actually like a jewelry organizer, or it could just be any kind of organizer that I got in the glass section at TJ Maxx Las Vegas. So my grandma just switched out the water this morning. I rarely switch out the water, but it was time to get new water. So thank you, Grandma, so much for cleaning out the Marymount moss balls. They look absolutely adorable, and I just have it housed here in the corner of my sink. And then next to it is just my humidifier that I got from Amazon. So if you're interested in this one, it's a stick, so you can put it basically in any bottle, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So this is running 24/7 in my bathroom. So if you're interested in this particular humidifier, it's in my Amazon store. Link is in my description box. So that's everything living on my bathroom counter. Not a lot. Again, I love seeing the money plant here thriving. It definitely gives jungle vibes to this corner, and all of the hanging plants along the door. I have the point of view a little bit more higher so you can see. This is my beautiful, and it goes pretty high up there, second purchased philodendron panda. I love this plant so much. It is rare, and one of my subscribers recently got a cutting from it, actually two. I have not taken from my original panda because it's quite smaller, like half the size of this one. But this is a rare plant for me. I love collecting aroids, so when I seen this one, I was like, I don't care if I have this plant, I'm gonna buy it again. I will do that. It just depends, you never know on the plant that I'll go ahead and repurchase. But this was like needing to be rescued. I do need to replant it in a bigger planter because it is top heavy. I'll go ahead and bring it down so you can see exactly how big and full he is. It's very small compared to what the plant currently looks like. So stay tuned. I'll do planter shopping in the near future. I don't know if I'll have time to shop for planters before the Philippines. I think my main goal before I leave on this trip is to film my plant tour and get it up before I head out of town. Now here is another very rare baby for me that I've been loving in my collection. This is my variegated string of hearts. I got this at a very cool plant nursery in Santa Barbara. I actually want to take my grandma to Santa Barbara before she goes back home. I think my grandma is going back home to Hawaii like a week and a half after I come back from the Philippines. My grandma's staying back in Santa Monica to plant sit and dog sit Ebby while I'm away. But I like to take her to Santa Barbara so she can see the nursery where I got this at. And with this particular purchase, I also got my cactus fern and my variegated string of pearls. So a very cool plant shop. So got this, it's trailing. This plant is trailing pretty fast for it being variegated and being a string of hearts. So I love when I come home after a couple of days being gone and seeing more progress on the plant. Next to it is what I have from Carrie, and this is from her mother plant that she gave away. So this is the Tradescantia zebrina. This is probably the most common one that you're going to see at a plant nursery, at least for me. Never purchased the plant, always see it, and I got a bunch of cuttings from Carrie, and look how much it grew. It did not look like this when I brought it home. So it loves living in the bathroom. I have it in a planter that I got from Gardena. I need to go back there to do more planter shopping. On this midsection area here, I have another prize Tradescantia, which I actually got from another plant nursery in Santa Barbara. Look at how good it's doing. I can't, like, this is seriously one of the most thriving Tradescantias that I have in my collection. It's so stunning and it takes up the whole shelf. It actually needs to go somewhere else, I think, because it's so big, but I love how it just fills up this space, and it loves living in the bathroom. Cuttings from my lemon lime Tradescantia, which you'll see in a second. These are just fallout. Like a ball set up of what's left of my original Marble Queen Pothos, and it's gonna live in here for its entire life. Not much is living on the last shelf just because of the beautiful red emerald philodendron that is thriving, and I'm also gonna have to go ahead and repot this in a bigger planter. The current status of the plant, as you can see, it's doing really good. It's top heavy, so I have it kind of leaning onto the bathroom sink lick, so it takes up all the real estate here, so I have nothing else next to it. But it's gonna have to go in a bigger planter because it's getting top heavy. But as you can see, my philodendrons and Tradescantias love living in the bathroom. Here on the top part of my windowsill, you'll see two plants. So this is my lemon lime Tradescantia, which I got from Ventura, California. This is one of my rare Tradescantias, never seen it before. And then my original string of hearts here, which is thriving. It trails all the way down to the ground. So these are the two plants that are living now currently on my windowsill. In my previous plant tour, you probably seen more smaller planters living next to the string of hearts, but I switched it out and put my lemon lime here. So I like how it's just trailing right over my toilet and takes up all of the real estate on this white wall. So my Tradescantias are doing really good. I will go ahead and do a Tradescantia collective video like I said in the future. I'm going to talk about what's living on my toilet. My drama plant, which I should have actually talked about this in my top dramatic plants currently living in my collection. This is what's left of my zebra plant. As you can see, it's living in a nursery planter and living in my bathroom for the humidity. If I don't have this thing drink water every other day, it's not happy with me. So every time I leave out of town, this is like my stress plant. And then behind it are two of my rare peperomias. I have my peperomia Raindrop, which I love looking at it. This was one of my birthday plants from last year. I got it from a nursery in West Hollywood. This is a planter that I got from the 99-cent store. And then the last plant living on my mirror tray on my toilet is my Peperomia Pixie Lime. It's living in a strawberry planter. So two of my prized peperomias. Doing good living in my bathroom. I like rotating all of my plants. So these live on my toilet because they have nice natural sunlight and humidity. I do have a few plants living here on the side of my toilet. I do have my Boston Fern, so it's living on the seal of my shower. I have it in a plastic nursery planter. It's one of those finicky plants. Here's one of my favorite peperomias that I recently got in my collection. This is my Peperomia glabella. I got this one from West Hollywood. It is living in a white planter that I got from Arizona. This is a recent purchase that I got this year from West Hollywood. This is a Peperomia glabella. It's nice and full, and so far so good. This recently moved into my bathroom just like yesterday or the day before. Other than that, it's been living in my patio, and I love having this peperomia in my collection. I want to say this is the same peperomia that Carrie has, and she gave me cuttings of hers, which is living in my patio. My Boston Fern and my Peperomia glabella are the two plants that are living on my shower seal. Originally, it was my Alocasia Regal Shield, and then it got mealybugs and it went outside. But if you guys watch my Planting with Jewelyn Instagram, you know that my Alocasia Regal Shield is doing really good. You'll see it in the patio. And then I have one plant down here. I'll bring it up, and this is one of my prize begonias, and actually my only begonia that has very small tiny leaves, and these give out like peachy blooms from time to time. Unfortunately, there is none currently, but I do get a lot of little blooms from this begonia. I got this begonia from, I believe, Lakewood, California, where I got a bunch of other begonias and oxalises, which you'll see in a second. I love having plants in little nooks in my bathroom, so this one is living between my toilet and the bathroom shower seal. So this is my begonia that I've had in my collection, I want to say maybe about a year or less. So let's go ahead and talk about the 4 hanging plants that are living right above the shower. Here's the fallouts of my lavender tradescantia. That's the original mother plant right behind me on my bathroom door. This is all of the fallouts, and as you can see, I planted it up in a planter after I got water roots from water propagation, and now it's a whole new plant. And it is thriving in this macrame setup. Originally it was my bridal veil, but it got too full, so now I have this trilling tradescantia, which looks really nice. See 2 ferns, and I might end up putting it somewhere else. I'm not sure. They love living in the bathroom. This is my rabbit's foot fern, and then my kangaroo paw fern, which I've talked about in my 10 dramatic plants. But these plants, they need humidity, they love the diffuse lighting, and they love being watered very often. So I think they do well living right above my shower. And then back here, you'll see my other tradescantia that I'm absolutely in love with. So as you can see, this tradescantia is slightly on the thicker side, bigger foliage, and again, hues of pinks and purples with the green. I love that. I've had it now in my collection for quite some time. My ceiling of my bathroom is not that great, so I try to not really be heavy-handed when I go to water them or take them out of the hangers. Because I recently had this planter fall down when I was watering it, and I had to screw it back up there. But I have 4 macrame hangers here. As you can see, I have a really bright teal color, and then these white baskets. Now these cream ones you can find on my Amazon store, but these ones I picked up from my local Ross's here in Santa Monica, believe it or not, and I just love the pop of color. This is probably going to be one of my favorite parts in today's video, talking about all of my plants currently living on my DIY shelf. If you haven't checked out how I did the DIY shelf, it's on my channel. I shared the whole process of bringing it into my space and how much it cost. This cost me under $20, and I love doing the DIY brick and wood method because you can have it fit to your size of how long and wide and tall you want it to be, and when you move, you can always go ahead, take it apart, restyle it somewhere else. So I love that. As far as for styling my plants, as you can see, my bathroom has 1 shelf on the side of the toilet that's thrifted. I probably got that for maybe $5, and I like being able to find thrifted things to style my plants with, or doing a DIY that's very inexpensive, because plants already itself is very expensive, so I try to not spend a lot of money when it comes to styling plants. So all of my planters on this section is all white, and I want to say just in general, besides the 1 terracotta planter that I have the Scindapsus pixis in, all of my planters in here are white. So this is another prize begonia that I want to say I got from the same nursery as my begonia living on the side of my toilet from Lakewood, California. I love all begonias. I love the blooms, I love the foliage, I love the details, I love the print. This one has silver polka dots on it, like so cute, right? And it's doing so good. I probably shared this in a recent pot of fame. It's doing really good, a lot of new growth. So if you're interested in these white plastic planters, it's in my Amazon store, so check it out in my description box, my affiliated link. I love this white plastic planter. It comes with trays, but I don't use them. Maybe I should, but I've never had any problems with watering my plants on this shelf. I just bring all of my plants under the shower for a few seconds, and then it goes right back onto the shelf. And that's kind of like my little watering routine for my plants. I look at them every day and I just throw them under the shower, whoever needs to be watered. I also do have a water meter. I don't really talk about it, but I have 2, and it also checks the pH and all of that. But I've never had any problems with begonias in here. So far so good. So this is the first plant that's living on the top shelf. And again, I like to rotate all my plants. Next to it is my big Bertha tradescantia, which I got from Bellflower. Same place where I got my string of dolphins and maybe a couple other plants. Oh, yes, that's right. The same place where I got my epiphyllums that are not doing good in the front of my home. So this is Big Bertha. I love this deep purple. Of course, with the planter that I got from Arizona, same one that my glabella peperomia is living in. Particular Tradescantia is doing good. I love the fuzziness on the leaves. There's one fallout from maybe a couple weeks ago that's propagating in water. I'm gonna stick it back in the planter. I think it's already rooted with water roots, but look at this. Isn't this so stunning? Love that a lot. So I am very careful when I go to move my plants for watering or restyling, because Tradescantias will fall apart if you're not very careful. They're very fragile plants. Here's another fragile plant and one that's growing crazy. This is my burgundy oxalis. Take a look at it. So it's in bloom. I love seeing Tradescantia and oxalis blooms. Wouldn't this be cute also in resin art? I'm gonna have to do that for my blooms. This is living in a white planter that I got from Ontario, California. I got a bunch of them. I love this style of planter. It's like the terracotta style, but in white. And this is just the kind of, this is the aesthetic of my oxalis. It's taking up a lot of real estate here because it's growing wide. I could maybe put it up on some kind of trellis to bring it up, but for now it's spread out and living its life that way. Next to it is my peperomia ripple, and I love a nice caparata peperomia. Look at this, look at the blooms. I believe I probably featured this peperomia in my 10 plants that's currently blooming. Look at this, isn't this crazy? It's living in a Daiso Japan planter. I love these planters, and this is part of my giveaway for my summer 2019 plant tour. So you'll see it throughout my collection, one of my favorite planters. Let's talk about what's living on the bottom shelf here from left to right. Here's another fun Tradescantia, and I don't know where I got this one. Maybe from one of my favorite plant nurseries in Long Beach. Doing really good, and it's living again in a Daiso Japan planter, so it's living in the corner pocket. So love having them spew over on the edges of the shelf. Here's another prize baby, also living in one of those planters that I adore. This is one of my prize begonias. This is my Begonia maculata spotted, and I'm a huge fan of begonias. You will see a lot living in my bathroom because they do well in humidity and diffuse light. Otherwise, they're probably living in my greenhouse trying to find itself. A lot of new growth. Every time I take a look at this plant, you will see new growth on it. But when I originally bought this plant in West Hollywood as one of my, I think, birthday plants, it was not looking good. A lot of dried up leaves. I'll go ahead and prune this. But at first, I didn't want to even touch the plant or prune it because there wasn't much of the plant. But it loves living in my bathroom. Ooh, up next, another prize baby, and this is my Pink Princess Philodendron, and this was actually a male online plant order, which I rarely do, but I love doing unboxings, so this was part of an unboxing for my channel. And look, another new leaf about to unfurl. So anytime I do have new growth on my prize rare babies, you'll see it in Pot of Fame. So this one will probably be posted up for Pot of Fame for the month of August when I'm back from the Philippines. That'll be the first video I film for the channel. So stay tuned to see that one unfurled. Now here's another fun oxalis that I got from Lakewood, California. This is my Sunset oxalis. Like, look at how cute and tiny this thing is. It's growing kind of crazy. I could have something, you know, or so like this for it to stand up and grow upwards, but I don't know, it's living its life hung over the planter. I love oxalis marantas because they go up and down with the sun, and I love an active plant. I mean, you can see them moving. So here's another fun one. Again, look what cute little yellow blooms. So I love oxalises. I did originally have the purple and the green one, and they didn't do good on me. But now I have these ones, so I like having different oxalises in my collection. Ooh, here's another fun one. So this one got put into my bathroom today. So thank you, Grandma. And it's living in a plastic planter that actually another peperomia ripple was living in, but it was kind of thinning out, so it got moved to the greenhouse. And this got bumped up into this planter and moved into the bathroom for the plant tour, and it's going to live here permanently until it starts looking a little sad. Then I'll take it back into the greenhouse. But this is a birthday plant that Kira gifted me. She actually gifted me two, and I put it together in one planter, and I believe this is two of them still in one planter, but not as bushy and thick when I originally got it. take a look at the metallic sheen. Like, look at how pretty this begonia is. So thank you to my plant friend Kira in Vegas. I'll hopefully see her next month. It was fun. I got to see her in the Bay Area while I was there. We had dinner on the first day I arrived. Here's a Sigonium and Arrowhead, one of very few that I have that are doing good in my collection. I believe this was a free plant from West Hollywood from one of my favorite nurseries. Again, living in this plastic planter, I'm telling you, all of my finicky plants that live in these planters do really well for the most part. And I love seeing all of my plant babies in white planters. So again, if I feel like they're Geranic plants, I need to get more of these planters. I wish they had bigger sizes of this particular style because I love it so much. But as you can see how I style different plants in it, it works well. So this is living on the bottom shelf, tucked away in the corner. And here's another Tridescantia. Look at this. It is so cool, right? The way how it's growing. I think I'm gonna face the plant this way while I'm away in the Philippines so that it can grow in another direction instead of facing forward like a peacock or a fan. But this plant always puts up the cutest little blooms for me. Every day I have new blooms popping up. Like, look at how cute. Isn't that so darling? I don't know if I shared this one for my 10 plants in bloom, but I love having this Tridescantia. I want to say I got this from Long Beach, and it's living in one of my favorite styles of white plants, Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. So this is one of my prize plants I recently got in an unboxing, my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I will probably put it up in stake it up in a pole. I shared this for Pot of Fame. I believe this leaf and this leaf is new. But look, there's two baby leaves about to unfurl. Do you believe that? So this leaf and this leaf is new. And then right away, baby leaves are popping up from it. So I can't believe it. That's like total of 4 leaves since I purchased this plant. So very happy on how well it's doing in the bathroom. From time to time, I do bring my plants outside to the patio to get natural sunlight. But they do very well in the bathroom. Here's another one, I don't know. This is my second purchase, Peperomia rosso. The rat tail blooms, I mean, this one you really gotta watch that you don't overwater it or underwater it. And the rat tail blooms come and go really quickly. So if you look here, like, it's time for me to take all of these blooms out. I'm gonna have to go through the whole plant. This is gonna be the last and final time that I buy this plant. I won't buy it again. Again, living in a white plastic planter, I was hoping that this setup was gonna be best for it, but I'm gonna have to go through the plant and take all of its blooms that died out, and I'm hoping that it'll stay with me for the upcoming plant season. I haven't had this one for too long. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is a Rex Begonia, and I've been kind of struggling with this one. I believe this was one of my rescue begonias. If you remember me rescuing a bunch from one of the garden centers here in Los Angeles, living in these plastic planters. But so far, I mean, so good. You know, could be worse. So this is the current look of this begonia. My second heartleaf philodendron, and this is living right on the edge of my plant shelf on the top. So I love how it cascades over the corner as you enter the bathroom. This is my second one. My original one is cascading on the top shelf of my plant shelf, which you'll see in my home tour. And I got this because the sheets of the trails were like on a peachy side, and I was like, this is so cool. Never seen this before. I gotta get it. I got this from Canoga Park, and you know what? It's doing good. Did I need another one? No, but I wanted it and I have it. And it's trailing in my bathroom very nicely. Lots of new growth, lots of new leaves throughout this plant baby. Alright you guys, that is going to wrap up part 2 of 4 of my summer 2019 plant. My quarterly series that I love putting out on the channel, sharing with you what my collection looks like, how it's doing, how I'm styling my plants, and where my plants are living in my home. I live 4 miles from the beach in Santa Monica, California, where it's plant season all year long, and I don't have to really move my plants in or outside of my home. They stay outside all year long and I don't have to winterize them. But the plants living in my bathroom has diffused lighting from my bathroom as well as humidity, and all of my plants are thriving and living its best life in my bathroom. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this much plants living in a bathroom. Sound off down below if you have this much plants in your bathroom. As far as for like previous bathrooms wherever I lived, I've never had a bathroom with diffused lighting. I usually maybe in Las Vegas, I don't think any of my bathrooms living in Las Vegas had a window, so I never had any plants in my bathroom in Las Vegas. And I think my previous bathrooms in California, I don't think ever had a window either. So I had to really take advantage of this bathroom, and it's pretty big for a studio bathroom, and with the diffused lighting and that one window seal, it's like the perfect place to house plants. It's like my little greenhouse. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the way how I style plants and how I have them all living in here and still being able to shower and use the bathroom. So let's go ahead and talk about the giveaway. So all of my giveaway rules are the same no matter what it is or what it is. All of the information will be in the description box. All of the giveaways for my summer 2019 plant tour are pretty similar. You're going to get one of these misting bottles, which I really like, very cute, compact. You're going to have a pruning scissors, very similar to mine's. And then you're going to get one of these decorative white planters. And this is one of my favorite style of planters that you see throughout my collection, so you'll be able to win one of these. As long as you follow the rules, you're more than welcome to enter. You have to be subscribed to both of my channels here on YouTube, I Love Jewelyn, Miss Jewelyn, as well as following me on both of my Instagrams, I Love Jewelyn, Planting with Jewelyn, and leave a comment down below the city, state, country that you live in. And also let me know in the comments down below if you have any plants in your bathroom and what are they. And if you don't have any plants in your bathroom, what would be your first plant that you would put in your bathroom if you could? I'd love to know in the comments down below. I'll go ahead and pick a winner from the time this video goes up live 1 week later. I'll go ahead and announce the winner on my Instagram stories on Planting with Jewelyn. And I look forward to sharing with you the rest of my collection. Part 3 and 4 is coming up, so stay tuned. I can't believe it, 10 more days till my birthday in the Philippines. I can't wait to vlog for that. So stay tuned for Philippines content on the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Hit the bell and subscribe button to be notified on my daily uploads. You can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. Until next time, aloha from all of my plants in my bathroom here in Santa Monica, California. Bye!